Welcome to Popcorn Talks. Watch it on Netflix. I'm Michael Drew.
And I'm Lauren Salon.
And today we're going to give you our top 3 picks for you for this weekend on Netflix. For my first recommendation, I'm going to bring you a cartoon that introduced us to the likes of Pinky and the Brain, the Good Feathers, and the Warner Brothers and sister, Wacko, Yakko, and Dot, Animaniacs. It's time for Animaniacs. Zany to the max. Something, 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 some. That's all I remember. I don't remember the rest. This was a cartoon that in the mid-90s, to me, was a revelation. This cartoon was so ahead of its time that the jokes that were written, you'll question on whether they were written for kids or not. They were so good that as a kid, they either went over your head, and as an adult, it hit you right in the chest, and you were shocked. I'm talking about they got some jokes. On top of that, it's produced by Steven Spielberg. It's great. Check it out.
All right, the regular NBA season is coming to a close, which means it is time for the NBA playoffs. And my pick this week is perfectly timed up for just that. It's the ESPN 30 by 30 documentary Winning Time, Reggie Miller versus the New York Knicks. It's the 1995 Eastern Conference semifinals, and Reggie Miller, shooting guard for the Indiana Pacers, is going head-to-head with the New York Knicks. And Miller is a freaking beast, you guys. And the rivalry between the Pacers and the Knicks is crazy. It is so intense. And the trash talking both on and off the court is straight up nasty. This was a career-defining performance for Miller, and that plus his intense rivalry with the Knicks, and specifically with Knicks super fan Spike Lee, earned him the nickname the Garden's greatest villain. ESPN did a great job with this documentary. It combines exciting highlights, humor, interesting interviews with people like Reggie Miller himself, Spike Lee, Cheryl Miller, Reggie's sister, who also happened to be quite a basketball star herself, and Patrick Ewing, and so many more people. It is so good, and you guys, if you like sports and just some good raw competition, you are going to love this one. I highly recommend it. Go on and give it a watch.
Next up, I'm going to bring you an awesome crime caper. I'm talking about the best crime caper, in my opinion, in the last 20 years. Inside Man. It's an awesome, underrated bank heist movie made by Mr. Spike Lee, starring Clive Owens and Denzel Washington. And I love Spike Lee, but when I saw this movie, I didn't know he had this in him. I didn't know he had the bank heist crime caper genre inside that Spike Lee soul. The film follows an out-of-luck detective who is given the task of rescuing hostages in a bank heist that just happened. And the bank heist is helmed by our man, Mr. Clive Owens, as Denzel Washington does everything he can to save these people. And you get an awesome tete-a-tete as they go back and forth trying to outsmart the other. And it is a hell of a ride.
All right, guys, that does it for this week's edition of the Popcorn Talks. Watch it on Netflix. I'm Lauren Salon. You can find me all over the internet at Lauren Salon.
I'm Michael Drew. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Michael_Drew, Michael EAL.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.